Just days after visiting the Dilley ICE facility, Congressman Joaquin Castro is visiting another facility, this time calling conditions at the Pearsall Detention Center far worse. The congressman is citing overcrowding, medical neglect, and detainees being held for months with no criminal records among the issues he saw. The South Texas ICE Processing Center in Pearsall, known as STIPSY, is 15 minutes up the highway from Dilley. And the stories Castro heard inside today are raising serious concerns. Here's KENS 5's Alicia Nieves.
Congressman Joaquin Castro says more than 1,700 people are inside this Pearsall detention facility. Many of them have been in the United States for decades. He says most have no criminal record. Steel doors, concrete walls, razor wire fencing. Castro says STIPSY's design alone sends a message.
STIPSY is a prison.
But he says what stood out most were the stories he heard inside.
One gentleman we spoke with, he said that my only crime was being in the United States.
Castro says detainees also described confusion and fear during the deportation process, claiming they were pushed paperwork without explanation or translation.
Made to sign documents authorizing their deportation without knowing what those documents were.
He says even those who agreed to be deported are still sitting in detention with no clear timeline for removal.
So it's happening in secret, so there's a tendency to get away with what you can.
Castro says basic living conditions are also raising alarms, including how many detainees are housed together and how limited the facilities are for hygiene.
In that room, they had 3 toilets, 2 urinals, and 3 showers. For 64 people.
He says detainees told him medical care was delayed for months, and some described food so inedible they had no choice but to buy commissary meals if they had the money.
And one of the women saying that twice that she had gotten food that had worms in it.
Castro learned the Pearsall facility is operated through a partnership involving ICE, private contractor GEO Group, and the Texas National Guard. And he argues the Guard has become a key part of detention operations statewide.
Without their work, without that support, this whole operation with ICE would not exist the way that it does.
In a statement tonight, the governor's office said Abbott supports working hand in glove with the Trump administration to arrest, detain, and deport undocumented immigrants. GEO Group has not responded to our request for comment. Castro tells us he now plans to speak with a ranking member of the House Oversight Committee to discuss next steps, including pushing for full hearings and a deeper investigation into conditions at these facilities. Reporting in Pearsall, Alicia Nieves, KENS 5.